Thinking about it, you just mentioned how, you know, startups. It just reminded me of how startups actually makes a bigger companies see relevance in some really great features that can be added, and I
So
think Opage is kind of like, yeah,
you show the
which
conversation.
is
The
really
conversation goes like, uh, there's a junior, there's a junior star that comes and is like, this company is coming up, and the senior decision
yeah,
makers are like, don't worry, never mind, never mind. And then one day they're like,
yeah.
what the, what's,
They just boom, and they just
yeah, let's
explode
do something,
literally,
let's
and
do
they're like
something, that
everyone's
kind of thing.
favorite.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
but
that's
it's
really
pretty
good.
interesting,
That's
man.
really, yeah, it's really interesting. And in the tech industry, we'll continue to see how, people in the tech industry come up with amazing ideas. And I think you want, when you guys are in a meeting and you have the must have, should have, could have, for your product management. And then, of course, the guys who are dishing out the money, the stakeholders who's signing the checks, the CFOs are saying, well, Frank, I think those nice to have should be in the must have. And then you're like, okay, well, cool, cool. Well, so are we kind of like moving the launch date to 2050? And so basically my question is, how do you bring them back to reality, or how do you handle such pushbacks, while protecting the delivery timeline for your product?
Pretty interesting, and this is salient because it's a day-to-day challenge we face as product managers. However, for real, is refer the company back to the product vision and then
Okay.
the business objectives, right? Business
Okay.
objectives, at least for 2025 Q3 to Q4, is to do
Okay.
these three things, right? To
Yeah.
increase revenue, cut costs, or
Okay.
to enter into a new market, right?
Okay.
So we would always refer back, and product strategy is the next thing. So you have the vision, the business
Mhm.
objective, and the product strategy.
So let's move on to prioritization. So if you were to rank, we're talking about communication just a couple of seconds ago, and we said if you were to rank this in the order of importance when managing your products and with your teams. So you have speed, quality, communication, strategy, and cost savings. What's getting the gold medal and what's sitting on the bench?
Oh wow,
Speed,
interesting. Say it
quality,
again. Speed,
quality, communication,
speed,
yeah, quality,
quality,
communication,
communication,
strategy,
strategy,
and yeah, and cost savings.
costs, savings.
Absolutely. So which is going to get the gold medal and which is going on the bench? Pretty much an order of importance.
One, if I effect
Okay.
it, if I prioritize it, if I make efforts
Yeah.
to improving it, it would somehow trickle down to the rest. And so my number one pick
Oh.
is, yeah, a strategy. For instance, if I work on my
Mm,
strategy, it
mm-hmm.
would definitely improve my costs. It's cost saving is actually a strategy on itself. So whatever I do,
Yes.
choosing between quality and speed is a strategy. So strategy will go
Yeah.
first, and
Yeah.
um, strategy going first because I need to then communicate this strategy to a team who would understand what I have to do, also get the feedback as well as the obvious impacts of the products that would then happen. Communication will be
Yeah.
number two. So it's,
Mm.
can I go 5 to 4? So, or one to
Yeah,
five,
yeah. Yeah.
top down.
One to
So
five.
it's
One to five.
it's strategy,
Okay.
communication.
Okay.
Uh, Now between speed and quality, there's a bias. Do you take time and build rubbish, or you?
Okay, speed and quality.
This is a personal bias. It's easy
Okay.
for you to get into the market
Okay.
fast, so that your
Yeah.
competitors will not do the same thing, and you also get the data and then improve on what you were doing to reach the best quality possible. So with these
Okay.
reasons, speed will be number three. When I go to the market
Okay.
fast, yeah,
Okay.
it
Okay.
was tough. Well, yeah, when I go to the market fast, I'm then able to get the feedbacks from the clients and then able to
Yeah.
see where I got it wrong. Not like you're
Yeah.
building crazy, but at least
Yeah.
you're building an MVP basically, right? And then
Yeah.
over
Yeah.
time, you can then improve on the quality of the outputs the users are getting. So number
Yeah.
four, then the quality, then it leaves us with number five. If you're in the market early, it then means you're a market mover, right? And it's easy for you
Yeah.
to think of ways to save costs over time. So number five will be the last.
Because
I'll run it down again. So strategy,
okay.
communication, speed,
Strategy.
quality, and cost savings.
Actually, let's picture this, within your team. You guys have done 90% of the work, and there's this the roadmap is shining like, oh, I'm so happy. We've done 90% of the work, you know. We are almost done. Why do we need to change a feature? It doesn't even make sense. So that's pretty much like someone just threw a curveball, you know.
It-
So my
you know what, guys? I have thought about this, and
you know but
yeah,
again, based on, of course, been a lot of cost that has gone into this product. So,
yeah,
and all the strategy that has been put in place is like, well, we already have users who are waiting to pay for this product, right? It's quite a complex one, because when you think about it, users are ready to pay, and a stakeholder chosen a curveball, new request fixture that was being sent to the team. So pretty much, so how do you, and again, it's very dicey, because this can kind of like derail the team's morale, because the team might be like, how sometimes you finish with a product and you're like, we're done with that product. We're not going back. We're not touching it. Like, and then you have to go back. So how do you make sure that, one, you can deal with the team's morale? Two, you can deal with the timeline that it's been given, to knowing fully well that you have customers waiting, especially paying customers who are going to pay for your products. And so pretty much, how do you handle this?
I'm thinking of this question, and I'm also thinking about an experience. So it's giving me flashbacks.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
here's the thing: the PM is like the bridge between the founding
Mm-hmm.
members or founding team and the product team,
Yeah.
right? So he's
And it's
he's
pretty
in
fair.
between. So
Yeah.
he gets this, and he's like, why? And
You you
without
you guys you,
without
you guys are like,
yeah,
yeah, so I was just gonna
without
say, you
getting
guys are like
those
the referee,
tangible.
like they were in a fight.
Thank you. Thank you. Everybody's dragging you. Everybody's dragging your shit. So
Yeah, I
without
know.
getting that tangible why, you're like, if you can't even say that, okay, this is what the company wants, right? And you
Yeah.
give some nice English in between, and then you bring it back to your team. Oh, we are having a product meeting, and I have a news to announce. We're 90% gone, but because of this recent news we got, recent information from top management, we're no longer going this path. And everybody's asking you why. So it's a lot of why it's going for some great
Yeah.
level improve 80% of what we already have done. So let's change our
Yeah.
direction to this. And that's the first time it's happening. So I'm like, okay, it's
Yeah.
considerable because there's a tangible
Okay.
reason.
Are you currently using AI tools in your project management systems?
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting. Actually, currently exploring Lovable. Lovable is an
Oh, yeah.
end-to-end AI development tool. So I have a product I've listed in Lovable, but this is what I did.
Okay.
End to end, I'm able to the stacks in AI I use is cloud,
Okay.
Lovable, and of course ChatGPT. And
Okay.
this is what I do. For a product management process, end to end, you have the discovery, the design before the
Yeah.
development itself, and the rest. It's simple prompts like in the discovery stage, like I'm building I'm building a product for financial systems, right?
Okay.
And of course, you're giving that task, you're giving that context, you're also giving that personal role, and then
Yeah.
you're like, I need to speak with the target customers. Give me 10
Okay.
questions, give me 10 valuable questions to ask them, right? And then when you're
Okay.
getting this, you're getting expert view of what to actually ask, right? Open-ended questions, right? And then
Okay.
you can easily use this to get on conversations. And then the next thing that then happens is while you're on those conversations,
Okay.
you prompt your system to, for every reply you get, you're getting it stored on your database, or you're getting it documented, right?
About what you just iterating on what you just said about the cons, I think that is where it's important that, we have to note that there still has to be that human element where, people have to still do the work, to still have to go to get user interviews, to get all of those really great surveys back from users to really find out the right product market fit. So let's say you were given an unlimited budget, no barriers, no blockers, and a great dev team that moves quicker than the speed of light. That one product that you will drop everything to build. And why does it have your heart?
Okay, agricultural technologies.
Oh, that is so good. Oh, okay. Okay, that is cool. I like that. I like
Production from the very start. I said agric, not just food. So from the planting
okay.
basics, right? You're
Yeah.
helping that planting. So the entire value chain from the seed to the fruits.
Because when you think about it, in Nigeria, we have like, we grow our own crops, which is really great. And having all of
Yeah.
the crops sort of like in the food chain, automation process from when the crop is being planted to when it's harvested, all of that being
Yeah.
managed in an application, and all the way to the customer or the consumer. I think it's a very really valuable, but that's really great. I like that you thought about agriculture because I think that's one sector that technology really needs to be used. As a PM, what's your favorite productivity hack? And what's that skill you rely on when everything seems to be, when everything is kind of like on fire or everyone is kind of like chaotic?
So I'll start with the last question. What's the one skill I rely on?
What? Yeah.
It's a soft skill. It would most
Okay.
likely be empathy. That's
Oh,
and
hey.
it's mostly around emotional intelligence. It's mostly around
Great,
people management. So
great.
I would want to speak with a team member. I would want to interact with my team. The first question you asked, what do I rely on when I want to recharge? Is actually hang out with other PMs and other technical leads. It was
Guys definitely have some superpowers, honestly.
number one. Do not launch a product on Friday if you want to have a good weekend.
Are you serious?
Nah,
You don't? Because you're
don't
gonna
launch a
get caught.
product.
Oh no.
Keep
No.
it till Monday.
It's a bit too much. I saw that flows during the week so that at least you have time to work Tuesday,
Yeah.
Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. Because you don't want to ruin your weekend.
Mm.
Oh,